Welcome to this episode of Chill with Pete. This is the series where I chill out with a cup of tea or coffee. Today it's tea. Actually, it's willow bark tea. So we'll see how hot it is. It's still a little bit hot. I only just made it, so yeah, get that one going. And yeah, I'm doing good. I've been poorly for a couple of days, but I'm starting to feel better now. I feel much better now. Yesterday I had a bout of fatigue and I couldn't move. That hasn't happened for a while, and I don't know. It's kind of like your body's way of reminding you that you're not always in control. You know. Yeah, reminding you got an illness. And it certainly reminded me. But anyway, enough of that. I've just painted the first base coat on my Astra Militarum Sentinel. And I can't show you it because it's Castellan green and I'm doing green screen. So that's not going to work out too well. However, I'm going to be doing my Commissar at some point as well. I'm going to give him a black coat with red lining. I don't know how well that will come out, whether to go with black like Abaddon black or like a black grey, Vallejo black grey, which is kind of cool. I don't know, or like an Abaddon black. I like Abaddon black by GW with some black grey highlights. Maybe that's the way to go. With that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I got that. I've got my Star Wars Seeks are nearing completion. I've got to film some more of the tutorial for that today. And my Deathwatch guy, Enoch Sorlock, he's coming on too. He's not far off completion. Looking forward to getting him done so I can get the next guy underway. Looking forward to that because I'm just randomly putting my hand in the drawer and picking out one. I mean, who's this? Who will I be working on next? Yeah, so we're getting my kill team sorted, so that's going to be good. So expect some kill team stuff once, they're all up and running. I'll probably get myself, excuse me, yawn coming. Oh, sorry. Oh, not quite fully better yet. What was I saying? Yeah, so expect some kill team. I'm going to get myself another box of kill team guys before I finish up that. I've got something I want to ask you guys because I'm in a bit of a quandary and I can't, it's one of those points where you just can't make a decision on something, so I think maybe I might ask my subscribers. More about that in a moment if I remember. I'm sure I will. Oh, squeaky chair syndrome, you guys got that? How's this now? It's good to get the old willow bark down. It really does help me. Wonderful stuff. Looking at my brushes there, I've got half of my brushes, well, nearly half of my brushes in my Incredible Hulk mug that I came back from Florida with. I'm reluctant to use it for drinking because just my thing. It looks good because I don't know, they get chipped and there's a danger of dropping it when you're washing up and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really want to use him for drinking tea out of. Just use him as a brush holder for now. Okay, looking at my table to my right, I'm trying to visualize at the moment what game I'm going to be getting into next. All right. Now, my birthday's coming up next month, about a month away now, end of March. And I'm probably going to be getting into a different game. Either going to be Guild Ball or Batman, the miniatures game. But my quandary is I don't know which one to go for because I've chosen those two because they both don't take up a lot of room. That's a one plus size. So it's true that Batman would take longer to set up than Guild Ball, I think, but that's neither here nor there. they both use about a 3x3 playing area, and I think they could both do well on the channel, I think. But I don't know, I'm curious as to, out of my subscribers, as to what of those two you'd rather see. I mean, I'm getting into either of those two for my own reasons, because I want to, because they excite me, and I want to, yeah. It's always the same with me whenever I get into a game. I get into it, and a short period of time goes by, and like the next edition comes out. It's happened to me time and time again. Happened to me with Warhammer. It happened to me with Bolt Action, and it'll probably happen to me. It's happened to me with War Machine and Hordes, and it'll probably happen to either Guildball, or Batman, whichever one I get into. And there'll be a new edition coming out shortly after that. You can bet your bottom dollar. But I'm just trying to weigh up which would be better in the long run. Or any run, really. Short run, long run, mid run. Who cares? I'm just going to talk out my thoughts. Now, Guild Ball is... I would get the starter set, the kick-off starter set, which gives you everything you need to start playing Guild Ball. All I would need to do is paint up the miniatures, and there's, you don't need that many miniatures to play it, so not a lot of miniatures to paint, and up and running, start playing very shortly. It comes on a board, which on camera I don't think you tell much difference from what I've seen other people doing between the board and the mat. I don't think it would matter much. Now, obviously, I would get a mat at some point, but the 3x3 area is appealing to me. It doesn't need much in the way of terrain, a little bit, a couple of bits. That's about it. Really, it's not really about the terrain, although it does play a small part in the rules, but you don't need that much. So, all in all, that's looking quite an attractive game to get into. Not going to need much in the way of outlay. Now then we come on to Batman, the miniatures game. That's also, I think it's on a 3x3 gaming area. And your crews don't really consist of a lot of models, so be quite quick to paint up. What would be slower though, for me, would be terrain. Because I'd have to get terrain specifically for it, really. Probably that MDF stuff. I mean, I could probably scratch build some, but not a lot. I mean, I'm working on a church at the moment for my Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know if you want to see it so far. Hasn't got a roof on it yet. I built it out of cardboard, cereal box and thicker cardboard, foam board cut up into bricks, and it's all sealed with PVA, so it's nice and solid. Obviously I've cut that out. I'm going to put some acetate behind there to try and simulate a stained glass window. I'm going to paint it to look like stone. I'm putting it on a base, and obviously those lollipop sticks, I'm just going to paint them brown like wood and put a metal clasp on there. And I'm going to do a roof and some tiles. I think I'm going to do a tiled roof for it. Maybe some spikes, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I can build terrain. Whether it's good enough, I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll see on that one. The church thing, I wanted to do. It's just something I wanted to do. It's quite big. Yeah, I'm thinking of putting it on a base. I'm not sure to go with a thick base or a thin base, though. I've got both, and I can do it quite easily. The thicker base is a cheese board, which I could put it on, which is like, like 3/4 of an inch thick. or I could put it on an old placemat, which I got. Placemats are great for making bases because they're like a cork base and they're quite solid as well. So yeah, might do that. But for Batman, be a lot of MDF terrain probably, and yeah, you see a load of it you can get on eBay. It's the time that you have to spend on that as opposed to the money. Yeah, it still costs money, but I mean, time would be more what you'd be spending, I think. But I'm curious to know, what would you guys rather see? I was thinking of putting out what would people rather watch? Me painting and playing Guild Ball or painting and playing Batman? Guild Ball would probably be solo gaming, most likely. Unless I can get my mate into it when it comes around. He might be into it actually. But yeah, I think they both look good on camera. I've certainly enjoyed watching Guild Ball videos on YouTube. Having said that, I've enjoyed watching Batman videos on YouTube. I've yet to see a kind of a step-by-step how to play the game yet though, Batman. I've just got to kind of work it out, try and read in between the lines for people when they're playing it. Ooh. There's a couple of how to play Guild Ball videos out there though. You can always do it more though, I think. I didn't bother carrying on with my how to play Warhammer though, because we've got a new set of rules and a new set coming out soon, I believe, this year. And there are so many brilliant ones out there already. I thought, don't need to add to that, Paul. But Batman could certainly do with a how to play series. And Guild Ball, yeah, there's a couple out there, but you know, you could use with a few more. I think you could do with a few more of those. So yeah, but I'm really in a quandary as to which game to get into. I just don't know. Guild Ball would be the cheapest. Yeah, I say with my birthday coming up, I could get into that straight away. Just start painting them and be off. Could be filming within a couple of weeks, you know, probably. If I, you know, as long as I don't get sidetracked too much in the painting process. But yeah, looking forward to that. Whichever one I get, I'm excited for both. Can't get both. Get one or the other. Guild Ball is cheaper because it's all, like I say, it's all in one set, about 40 odd quid. Batman, a miniatures game, it's about £30 just for the rulebook alone. Then you need the figures. It's true you don't need that many figures, but you still need to get some, and you need to get the terrain. So that would be a different route I would go down if I was doing Batman, as to what I would get first. And obviously people want to see the miniatures. They don't want to see you really building terrain, I don't think, unless you're doing a tutorial, which is, again, that's another thing altogether. But I don't know what it is about terrain. I find when I'm doing it, I really enjoy it, but it's very time consuming, very, very time consuming. But it does look good when you put a lot of effort into it. I think it really looks the business. And I've said many times before, scenery really makes a table, doesn't it? It really does. So yeah, it's worth investing either your time, your money, or both into scenery to get that suspension of disbelief. You know, it's worthwhile, as opposed to just using like books and boxes and things like that to simulate buildings and hills or whatever. Yeah, I've actually got 3 mats on my green tabletop at the moment. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different table types on my table. Got the table, the original one I very fast made. Then I've got my green felt boards. Then I've got my cracked earth mat, and I've got my like molten lava mat. It's more like a chaos thing. And on top of that, I've got my snow mat from Frontline Gaming, which is pretty cool. I just don't have much in the way of snow terrain, but okay. I think I'll be able to pull it off. I'm gonna be playing a game soon, hopefully with a mate of mine. Come around, we'll do the I don't know what scenario we'll do, just a short quick game, I think, because he's never got that much time to spend, and as you know, it takes a little while, because I can't just say, oh, this is what army you're playing, you know. I mean, I've got a few armies, as you know, but I like him to choose what one he wants to play, and I don't see him all that often, but yeah, I haven't seen him quite a while actually. But yeah, come around. I'm gonna play a game, but it'll be a short game, just between us, and I'm hoping to actually get Mrs. Mini Warzone in on a game soon. I can do a like a simple scenario type thing. I don't know what armies we'll use for that. I'm sure. My Blood Angels always seem to go down quite well in a game. They're quite easy. Space Marines, isn't it? It's easy enough. And yeah, maybe play my Necrons. Wah. Well, that way I don't have to worry too much about. I can play. I haven't got loads of Necrons, but I've got enough to play. You know, a half decent game. But I can go more fluffy with Necrons. Do you know what I mean? Play stuff that you wouldn't normally. Not if you was being competitive. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the 40k players now. So when you got a top tier army, you can go more fluffy and still be quite powerful. Whereas when you have a lower tier army, say like Tyranids, you've really got to seriously build your army well just to have a half decent game, I think. Unless you're some brilliant strategist, I suppose, and I'm okay. But yeah, I can hear myself rambling now, so I'm probably going to cut this in a moment. Ooh, it's cool enough to drink comfortably now, so I'm looking all over the place. I've got 3 monitors in front of me. This is the one I'm looking at. This is the one I'm recording on. That's a different one, and that's a different one. It's because I'm setting up for different videos, tutorials, and different things. When I have a tutorial, I like to have a monitor so I can see what I'm doing. I might move the monitor actually for the tutorials. I might change the camera angle slightly, but I've got to finish the tutorials I'm doing with the current camera angles, if that makes sense, because it'll look weird if it changes format halfway through. Do you know what I mean? So once that's done, I'm going to change them around a bit so it'll be slightly more of a side angle as I'm doing it. I think that will work quite well for the on the benches. But yeah, anyway, there you go. I love this willow bark. You know, when I first started drinking willow bark, and it is exactly what it says. It is bark of a willow tree. I haven't got any to share. Have a pot of it somewhere, because I get, because it's not cheap. But I get two cups out of one bag. Sometimes I make a pot, and yeah, that's good. But then I dry them out. I don't throw them away. I dry them out, and then I empty them into one of those little plastic containers. And I find they make brilliant. It's brilliant flock, natural flock, like woodland flock, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll show you on a different video, but yeah, take my word for it. Ooh, I'm slouching down now. That's not good at all. So there you go. Nearly finished, and then we finished the video, because that's how chill repeats work. The video doesn't end until the drink is drunk. Till I've drunk the drink. I know what I mean. You know what I mean. spilling it over myself now. That's because I leave the bag in there. Oh, there you go. That bag ready to be dried out. There, well, there's how not to drink a cup of tea. Spilt it all down me now. I have to change my top. Anyway, I hope Mrs. Mini Warzone doesn't see this one. She'll say, what on earth are you doing spilling tea on yourself? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go change my clothes. See you on the next one. Bye for now. And remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye.